like I talked about in the spring, we were able to work on our timing and stuff a lot better, just kind of fine-tuning some stuff, getting ready for fall camp.
How does that feel, the timing?
It feels good now. We're going through it. Obviously, 2 days in right now, so 2 days have been good. I mean, even if they were bad, I mean, we don't play tomorrow, but just making sure we're getting better every day.
Brock, I talked to some of your Georgia teammates in Dallas. They tell me you're not a slider. Would that be an accurate statement when you run football?
I don't know. Kind of just whatever the team needs. Like, it depends on the situation, stuff like that. At the end of the day, you got to protect yourself because there's some guys out there that aren't too fond of quarterbacks, obviously, but on the defense. But you know, making sure you protect your body. If it's for a first down on 4th down or a touchdown, then probably do whatever it takes.
Bush just told us you're an old school type of quarterback. Is that something you pride yourself on?
I don't really know. I wouldn't really classify myself as anything. I haven't put too much thought into it. Just working on moving the chains, making sure distribute the ball to the playmakers. I mean, that's what they're here for: catch the ball, make plays, hand the ball off, then make plays. So basically, just doing my job is what I'm focused on.
Yeah, but part of being a quarterback, you know, being a leader of the team, and you're obviously brand new this year. How do you feel like just creating those relationships has gone for you this offseason? You feel like you're in a good spot entering the year?
Yes, sir. Leadership is very important in the quarterback position. It's actually like what my master's is in, is communications and leadership development. So being able to take some of the stuff from the classroom and put it on the field, but at the end of the day, it's all about just making sure you lead your ship. Like, that's basically how I define leadership. It's pretty simple, but it's pretty accurate as well. And I think it's been going well, making sure you have command of the offense and making sure everybody's on the same page at all times. So I think it's been going pretty good so far.
The helmet comm has been kind of a big topic for everyone. What's that been like for you, like just having Coach Hamden in your ear when you've kind of experiment with that so far?
I've really enjoyed it so far. Basically, all of our skill players are looking to the sideline for signals and stuff, and I get it in my head, the play or whatever, and then maybe like a quick reminder, if whatever that play is, like a specific reminder for that play. So I've really enjoyed it. Then obviously still have time to do my little pre-play routine, whatever I'm normally doing, where I'm getting my eyes, who I'm looking at, stuff like that. So I've really enjoyed it.
What's kind of been the biggest adjustment from Georgia to Kentucky so far?
The biggest adjustment would probably just be, I mean, probably just more off the field stuff. Like the weather was different. This winter was definitely different. Just not being close to family, some of the friends and stuff like that. So just basically just like everything I've known, picking up and moving out, and didn't have too many friends here, but definitely been working on that, hanging out with some of the guys. So probably more off the field stuff's been the biggest change.
Gavin was a late addition.
Yes, sir.
Gavin was a late addition. What have you seen from him?
Gavin's awesome. He's another great dude to have in the quarterback room. He takes his reps serious when he's in there, and we're all learning from each other. So he was a great addition for the quarterback room. Me, Bo, and Cutter really appreciate him and the stuff he's done for us.
Anybody surprising you from like stepping up from spring to where you are 2 days in?
Basically, spring was really good, being able to throw with most of those guys out there. But obviously, Jamori wasn't really full go if practicing at all during the spring. So being able to see him out there this fall has been awesome. He's been flashing, and same with Fred. Fred has been balling out. He's had a good 2 days, and but it's all about just stacking days at this point. You know, like 2 days in, yeah, maybe you get up, you're kind of tired, whatever. I mean, everybody else in the country is doing it. So just what are you going to do to separate yourself? And Fred's had a good 2 days. Jamori's had a good 2 days, and the rest of the wideout core as well are the same guys from spring, like we talked about earlier. But those two guys are definitely popping the first 2 days.
Do you look forward to a fan day like tomorrow?
Oh, yes, sir. I think it's always good being able to get to know the fans, you know, hang out a little bit after, maybe some before, maybe not too much before, try to get locked in, but hang out with some after, and basically just seeing like a preview of the season and stuff. I mean, it'll be probably, what would that be, the 4th practice tomorrow. So, I mean, obviously still some ins and outs that we're fine-tuning and stuff, but I think it's always good that when we get in front of BBN Nation.
On Jamori, last year at North Texas, he was kind of rolling kind of a vertical receiver, made a lot of plays down the field. Have you seen that play out so far in the limited time you've gotten with him to be kind of that vertical weapon for you all?
Yes, sir. I think we got him playing some slot right now and some outside stuff right now, so he can really do it all. So it's basically just making sure whatever route he's running, he's going to have some good separation. So therefore, it's my job to give him the ball. But he's done everything we've asked him to do, whether that's inside or outside, and he's been winning his one-on-ones. He's been being smart in zone. You can tell he's a really polished receiver, and he's had experience. So that's something you can never complain about.
Yeah.
As a player, how much do you guys think about the preseason poll, if at all?
The poll?
Yeah, preseason poll, what they have you guys at?
Oh, shoot, I haven't even looked at it. I mean, whatever it is, if it's good or if it's bad, at the end of the day, like, you can't take the highs too high, the lows too low. Same thing coming off a day of practice. Like, it's never as good as you think. It's never as bad as you think. So, we can't control what the poll says right now. All we can do is control that week 1 and just practice this fall camp like we would if we were 1 or if we're 70th. It don't really matter. Like, we're trying to get better for tomorrow. Practice, watch the film, get better for the next day. It's basically all we're thinking about right now is the next practice.
Coach Hamden told us that one of the things he learned from spring is that the competition level at these position groups is so high that he's got to get creative with his, skills with the position groups and the kind of personnel he sends into the game.
Oh yeah.
As a quarterback, having that many options, is it exciting for you?
Oh yes, sir. One of the things with Coach Hamden we've built over the spring and summer and a couple of days in the fall camp is just trust. And I'm going to trust whatever Coach Hamden calls. Whoever he calls to be out there is going to be in the right position at the right place in the right time. And at the end of the day, whoever he thinks is, say we have someone that runs a dig route the best, and they're going to be out there on Saturdays running that dig route. So basically just making sure that we're putting ourselves in the best positions to win. And whatever that looks like with Coach Hamden looks good for me.
Brock, you had to learn. You came in, Coach Cohen was here, and then made change. You had to learn like 2 playbooks in the offseason. How challenging was that? And then maybe what is it about Hamden's offense that maybe it seems like simple is a big word. Do you feel like the simplicity of it's going to allow y'all to play faster?
Yeah, I don't know if I would say simple is the best word, but it's definitely it's just efficient is what comes to my mind when I think of Coach Hamden's offense, because it's basically so the first install, we basically had a couple runs in, but there's 10 pages for those couple runs because there's 40 different ways to run them. So making sure that we're fine-tuning, hey, this guy comes in motion, you still have this job to do. So it's basically it's dressing up a lot of stuff that we're running the same play, but it looks like 40 different things. So that comes in with our run game, comes in with our pass game, and basically getting eye violations from the defense with our play action, stuff like that, making sure our play action looks like run, stuff like that. But I've really enjoyed Coach Hamden's offense so far, and looking forward to obviously more fall.
You had 2 coordinators at Georgia. Did that kind of experience going from Coach Monken to Coach Bobo kind of help going to Coach Cohen and Coach Hamden thing?
Basically, I think the biggest jump, which comes to mind, is high school to college. High school playbook is a high school playbook. We're basically just freaking at recess, just drawing stuff up in the dirt out there. But not really. But no. But college is definitely it's a lot bigger playbook. And going into Coach Monken's system, that's obviously an NFL system. So that was just trying to drink from a fire hose as a freshman coming in there in January. But I learned basically once you learn your first playbook, collegiate playbook, everything else is not going to be too crazy different, because in football everybody runs duo, everybody runs inside zone. They're going to call it different stuff. They're going to break down defenses different. But as long as you learn Coach Hamden's verbiage, then you're on the same page. Just breaking down defense, stuff like that.
Thanks, man.
Nothing good happens offensively without those guys up front. How are you feeling about those guys and the repertoire you've developed with them through the spring and into camp?
The guys up front have been doing a great job. I know Coach Wolf's been tough on them, which is good. We need it up front, making sure that everybody's on the same page, because at the end of the day, you got to be able to run the ball in the SEC. So making sure we establish that run game. Everything looks good through 2 days, but we also haven't put on shoulder pads yet. So we're looking forward to the day, making sure everything keeps looking good with our run game, play action game, our pass game, stuff like that. But my hat's off to the guys up front, and hopefully we keep up the good work.